Hello everyone, I'm Zion, and this is the first episode of my Fiero Restoration slash repair. I decided not to do a full restoration. I wasn't ever going to in the first place. I have another vehicle I'm working on that I need to do that too. So this will be a get fully working, look nice repair of a Fiero, not a strip down to bare metal, build back up again. So I got my Fiero early last November, so quite a while ago. I didn't have much chance to work on it because I was pretty busy and it was pretty cold outside. It got cold again, but it was up to 70 last Saturday, so it's warm enough to work on it. I paid $3,000 for it. It was supposed to be working, but it wasn't. So I bought it from the person. They said they were going to have it be a daily driver, but they were too big to fit in it quite. I haven't driven stick shift very much, so I decided not to take it for a test drive. We got home, I took it for a drive down our driveway. Our driveway's about a mile long, so it's a good test. Engine belt fell off. Clutch was pretty much just not there. When I got back, I opened up the trunk, pulled off the rubber boot on the clutch, slave cylinder, and tons of fluid poured out. I realized very fast that was not how it was supposed to be. So I bought a new slave cylinder from O'Reilly's, put it in, tried to bleed it, was able to do it so clutch disengages, bought a bleeding tool to help it work better, but made some mistakes, over tightened it, and it ended up ruining that slave cylinder. So I bought another one, replaced it, and that's kind of where my car is today. I did buy another engine belt, it runs good. I did some cleaning of, I took apart the idle air control, runs better now, ran some seafoam through it, cleaned out some of the intake, stuff like that, just regular maintenance stuff. I haven't gotten to any real restoration per se. So on my list of what I need to do, first of all, this list is just a general list. It's not in the order it's going to be. This is just everything that needs to be done on my Fiero. Replace the windshield, repair the door shields, paint it, paint front bay compartment. Something sad, I spilled brake fluid in it. I did not know it was a paint stripper, so it has some paint stripped off of it. It wasn't in perfect condition before, but it wasn't decent, so that was a little bit sad. Paint the front bay compartment, replace sticker decals. I have a nice printer, so I can print my own stickers. We actually own a giftology shop, so we have laser engraver, stuff like that. Replace the radio with a cassette. So someone put an aftermarket radio in there. I do have the original radio, but it's just a radio because mine was the base model of the 1986. So I'm probably going to replace that with a original radio to a Fiero, but one that has a cassette player because I really like cassettes. Replace sail panels. Mine are cracked. One's missing partly. The other one's warped. I think I can keep the warped one with a heat gun and bend it back in shape. Replace the logos. It's missing a couple logos. The one on the front is still there. Two on the side are gone. Replace rear lights. The lights themselves are okay. They just need the back glass is cracked. Repair vacuum lines. So I bought quite a big length of vacuum lines. I'm just going to replace all of them. I don't know if any are leaking or not, but there's a good chance. Bleed clutch again. So I'm going to run a whole bottle of brake fluid through it, make sure there's no air. I had a pocket of air stuck in the master cylinder, so I had to jack that end up and then do reverse clutch bleeding with the slave cylinder to get that out, and it ended up working, but it's still pretty soft. It disengages, but only in the last quarter versus in about the halfway mark is where I'm trying to get it. Repair speedometer. Yes, it doesn't work. Sometimes it moves, sometimes it doesn't. Never is accurate. Repair AC. So the person said AC did not work on it. Mine does come with factory AC, thankfully, so it is an option. Something I noticed, it didn't look like he did a whole lot on it, but there's no AC belt, so I'm not sure if he took that off because the compressor was bad or what, but there is no AC belt on it, so I'm going to put a belt on it, and hopefully that will be enough to get it running. Deep clean front back. Yes, I just do a really deep clean on it, obviously. Replace window seals and door seals. So it's very, very old rubber. It's pretty cracked. There's a lot of noise in the car. So I'm going to have to replace that on both doors and windows. Clean wheels. Yes, I really want to do a very, very good clean. My brother is starting a detailing business, so I'm going to have him really polish the wheels. Have the engine looked over, so I'm going to repair it to the best of my knowledge. I do have a good amount of knowledge working on cars, engines, etc. After I repair it, I do want to, there's a local mechanic who's great rates. I'm just going to bring it to him, have him look over it, make sure it's running right. I don't have much specific knowledge about an Iron Duke, so he's going to check that over. Repair under seats leather, so not leather, lever. You can't move the front seat forward and back, front driver's seat forward and back without reaching under it and pulling a lever under there. It's supposed to be one lever you pull. I have to pull two, and it's kind of awkward. It's just, I want to repair everything. Not restore, but repair everything that's supposed to be working will be working again. Test tachometer, not tachometer, the RPM gauge. It seems to be off. I could be wrong. I thought it didn't have a high idle. It does, so it could be actually spot on. I typed in my speed and the RPM, and due to the gear ratio, it looks like I have a Zusi 5-speed. If I do, that is the right tax for it, but I'm not sure whether or not that's right. Repair tires. It looks like my tires have a slow leak in them, so I'm going to have to fix that. Repair, I actually forgot to type it down. Replace parking brake lines. Something I'm glad is that my car does have great brakes on it. Feels very, very responsive and tight, so I don't want to work on something myself that I'm just more comfortable with brakes already working. I've worked on some brakes before that didn't quite turn out the way I wanted them to, so yeah, I'm not a big fan of working on brakes right now. I probably will get back into it. The parking brake is there. It still moves up and down, and then all the wires underneath are there, but they're not connected to anything, so I'm probably gonna have to make some myself and then install them. But it's just like wire. I mean, it's not going to be hard. That is it so far on my list. There's a good chance there's going to be more stuff added to this list, but that's what I'm starting with. I might want to do more. I don't know what else I should do. I might run into problems. I might have to replace a lot more stuff, but this is the beginning of my Fiero repair/restoration. I'm going to show a video of a walk around of my car just so you can get an idea of how it looks right now. This is my Fiero. As you can see, back glass is pretty bad shape. Let's shrink that a little bit. Paint obviously needs a good bit of work. One of the best things about this car, though, see I'll panel right there, but the interior is in pretty good shape. We got a tear on the seat right there, but this side, it's in pretty clean shape. Those are the things I replaced. The aftermarket radio that I'm going to switch to a original cassette. That dash is correct. I'm probably going to repair that. I'm not sure. That's probably going to be a later part of the project. I might as well start it. Let's see. Yeah, that, even for a cold start, that's a little bit high. Fuel gauge does not work. I'll add that to my list. Headlights work. Heat works. AC tries. I don't have the I don't have the belt on yet. And it does drive. It is drivable. Horn does not work. I'm not sure. Yeah, this is supposed to have a horn. I replaced these things right here. I love that you can do this with the little joystick. All right, that's about it. Windshield's cracked. Rear view needs to be clean. This needs some bending back into shape. But in here, this is one of the coolest things about this car. All the original documentation in a plastic bag. I'm talking like receipts from the guy who first bought it. He kept everything. I think I'm the third owner of this car. It was sitting on someone's property. A guy bought it. The clutch was out. He replaced the clutch and then sold it to me. Did not replace the clutch slave cylinder. All right, well, that's about it for this car. I hope you like this video. Hopefully in the future my editing skills will improve as well as my videoing skills. I'd love if you would subscribe and follow, especially if you have a Fiero of your own. So, thank you very much.